So, und weil es gerade so lustig ist, direkt die nächste Folge. Willkommen zurück. Todeszug zur Hölle. Silas Greaves behauptet, dass seine erbitterte Verfolgung von Bob Bryant, der Anführer der Wild Bunch, zwang, sich nach Südamerika abzusetzen. Scharfschützen und Gatling-Schützen müssen ihre Waffen nachladen. In dieser Zeit kannst du zur nächsten Deckung ran. Das stimmt. Die Schnellschüsse ist blitzschnell. Achte darauf, dass dir nicht die Munition ausgeht. Okay.
I tried to find Bob Bryant, but it was as if he'd disappeared. Sometime later, I heard the Wild Bunch was back together. Kid Curry escaped from jail, and now he was running the whole shebang. So I took to their trail, as I was still in pursuit of my brother's killer and hoped that he was back with him.
Ja, doch, verstehe ich.
That Kid Curry's kinda crazy, ain't he?
Don't let him hit. Anyways, I tracked those boys to a camp right outside Parachute, Colorado. Being outnumbered, I didn't bother with a warning shot. I just started taking those bastards down. Old Bob wasn't among them, and neither was Kid Curry. I could sense him close by, however, plotting something nasty. I just needed a clue as to their whereabouts.
Ja, verstehe ich. Wo geht's lang? Hier? Ne. Oh.
And I found one. A map with their bold plan clearly marked. This time they were fixing to blow up a train trestle. Property of the Union Pacific.
Okay.
The plan clearly indicated how they were fixing to undermine several of the weakest wooden supports.
Okay. Krass.
Kid Curry was considered the wildest of the Wild Bunch. It was said that he fathered 85 bastard children, though some say it was only 5. Kid Curry had bragged to a whore how he was gonna rob a train heading to the U.S. Mint in Denver. And that whore, Fat Sally, she told me. The bridge was rigged with dynamite, so I decided I'd best be careful confronting those bastards. A moment later, I saw a ladder that somehow had escaped my attention.
Don't you blow us up now.
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
Oh, wir haben 2 Punkte zu vergeben, sehe ich gerade. Beweg dich während Konzentration unserer Schneebänke. Ja, gerne doch. Oh, okay, erhöhter Schaden ist auch fett.
But the Wild Bunch did not take kindly to my presence and attempted to blow my head off. It appeared the kid had found a number of new recruits to bolster their ranks. Guess there's always desperate men willing to trade their lives for stolen treasure.
Get out here! What happened next?
Well, having removed the first bundle of dynamite, I decided I might as well remove the other one.
Ja.
Once that was done, I figured I'd find my way from there.
Okay. Hoppala. Bra.
Guess just wanna die.
Okay. Das ist eine Leiche, okay. Boah, gar nicht so einfach zu sehen teilweise. Ob die jetzt leben oder nicht.
So, what happened then?
Had to remove more of that damn dynamite.
Oh, vernünftig.
It must have been terrifying trying to make your way across.
I was sweating it a bit, but then I noticed a footbridge tied up on high, so I shot the rope.
Was? So.
So that was all the dynamite?
Funny you should mention that, darling. As actually there was a fourth charge impeding my progress.
Okay.
Once I removed it, my path was pretty clear.
Still standing.
So. Machen wir sie weg, Alter. Okay, wir haben noch kein Geheimnis gefunden, tatsächlich. Bra. Drauf jetzt. Oh. Okay.
So I proceeded onward to realize that that way just wasn't gonna work. I needed an alternate path forward.
Okay. Alles klar. Aha, hab ich richtig gesehen. Ach verdammt, wie viel gibt's denn eigentlich hier? 1 von 4, oh. Okay. Und nun? Oh. Oops.
Luckily, I found a cave, and as I made my way back to the bridge, I saw something that concerned me.
Mehr Sprengladungen.
There was a long burning fuse, and it was moving fast as hell. I had to catch it. The burning fuse was so damn quick, I had to run like the wind. I almost had it, but no. Thought I was gonna have a coronary when I lost sight of those sparks. My heart was pounding like a sledgehammer. I knew that failure meant boom. Then, finally, at the last moment. Whew. Of course, I was successful, or clearly I wouldn't be talking to you folks here today. Naturally, I removed the last dynamite charge.
Oh.
Well, it was a touching reunion. But by this time, I was thoroughly exhausted and dragging my ass as I was not a young man anymore.
Ja, glaube ich. Okay.
Kill that SOB! Make him bleed! Send him to forget!
Finally, I found those boys. Or more precisely, they found me.
He's crazy! Kid Curry asked me! Nuttier than a damn fruit cat! How many of us is he gonna kill?
Just when I thought things couldn't get worse, Kid Curry opened up on me with a goddamn Gatling gun. It was hidden in this tunnel and pretty well shielded.
Oh, das ist schlecht. Okay.
Luckily, I had located some dynamite. I still, however, had my work cut out for me.
It's not fair! This is the last mistake you'll ever make!
Eventually, I brought that tunnel down. And that's when I met Kid Curry himself. He
Bro.
decided to stop pussyfooting around and deal with me personally.
Steht da so Dude vor mir, Alter, willst du mich verarschen? Natürlich hat er das ganze Dynamit überlebt.
As fast as he was, I was just a bit faster.
Nice.
And as he lay wounded, I demanded to know the whereabouts of Roscoe Bob Bryant. He shouted at me. Is that what this is about? Bob went with Butch and Sundance to South America. You ain't never finding him. Those were his last words.
Nice. Da lief ja eigentlich ganz gut, ne? Sind wir ziemlich schnell durchgekommen.
So, Bob Bryant got away?
I knew I'd never find him in South America.
What about the other killer?
Yeah, you kind of glossed over that one.
Well, I found Jim not long after my showdown with Ringo. At the time, he was riding with the James Younger gang. Did I neglect to mention that?
Das heißt, der ist zu dem Zeitpunkt schon längst tot, oder wie?
Jesse James? The greatest outlaw who ever lived?
Jesse and his kin rode with Quantrill when he raided Lawrence, Kansas, and killed near 200 people, boy.
Nothing great about that.
And from there, him and his brother went on to rob banks and trains from Kansas to Missouri.
Which is why there was such a rich bounty on their heads. 40 grand for both of them, dead or alive. That's one hell of a payday.
Der Tod reitet einen stählernen Hengst. Nach Silas Worten raubte ein weiterer Mörder seinen Brüdern mit Jesse James Züge aus. Kletter nicht auf Leiter, wenn Feinde in der Nähe sind, dann bist du leichte Beute. Okay. Good to know. Gib ihm.
I confronted them as they were robbing a train. Bullets were flying at me from every which way. But I knew I'd have to fight my way forward if I was going to find this gem.
Wait a second. How'd they stop this train in the first place?
Well, the James boys were experts at this.
Okay. Nach der Legende stoppte er Züge. Nur mit Willenskraft.
They hopped a freight train, having heard there was a big payroll in the express safe. So, I hopped the same train.
What the heck just happened?
The James Younger gang was decimated after that little fiasco they had in Northfield, Minnesota. So Jesse needed more men and took on the killer I was after, along with a host of others. I was hoping to find my man and put a bullet in his head. Climbing around that train, I must have swallowed 100 damn bugs before I
The
reached
James
that...
Younger gang pulled the first train robbery west of the Mississippi.
Ernsthaft? Die Stück zu weit rechts geflandet oder was? Ich hätte in den Zug gehen sollen vorher. Okay. Ich mag das nicht so. Ich spiele lieber mit einem Revolver. Nice. Was? Ja. Aua. Okay, ja, da kurz noch hoch hier, na.
Anyway, excuse me, Ben. Where would I find the gentleman's facilities? Suddenly I have an urgent need to drain my one-eyed snake. Well, I've had more than a few drinks, and I've been sitting here for quite a spell.
Right through there. Let me show you.
What the fuck? Aber wir können eh nicht weiter. Wir müssen warten. Lol. Oder?
I never heard so much malarkey in my life.
You think he's bullshitting us?
You don't think he's Silas Green?
Das ist immer
I
dasselbe.
think he's just some old drunk looking for some free liquor.
I don't know, Jack. I think I believe him. You don't think he met Jesse James?
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That story makes no sense at all.
Jack.
I mean, you gotta be two bricks short of a load to believe that cock and bull story.
Klingt gut.
I don't agree.
Jack, lay off the
But
bar.
you seriously think that tired old man went toe-to-toe with Jesse James?
Well, that's better. Did I mention that this Jim was married to the infamous Belle Star? Of course, I didn't learn
Das ist
that
schon
until
lustig
later.
irgendwie gerade.
Anyway, I made my way forward the best I could. Around the sides, over the roof. At some point, some sumbitch saw me and shouted out, "It's the damn Pinkertons!"
It's a damn Pinkerton!
Now, I never worked for that limey cocksucker, but I guess they assumed I was one of his assassins. Those evil bastards firebombed Jesse's mother's house and killed his stepbrother. So it's no wonder each and every asshole on that train wanted me dead.
Everybody's always mistaking you for somebody else, aren't they? Why is that, I wonder?
Don't rightly know, Jack. I'm just telling you how I remember it.
Yes, you are.
Ah, genau, falsche Richtung. Ach man. Dass die alle schon schießen, bevor wir überhaupt um die Ecke kommen, ja. Frechheit.
You know who we are? So don't know who he's up against. You can't hide from me. I'll kill you.
Bra? Okay. Auf einmal bin ich einfach One-Shot, so weißt du. Fuck, Alter. Jetzt in welche Richtung muss ich? Da lang. Achso, ich muss von oben rüber springen, oder was? Mach ich aber noch. Okay, war richtig, scheinbar. Ja.
You don't want to mess with us.
Weiß ich nicht, ob ich das will. Hast du recht.
I came across a flat car piled high with logs and had to come up with a creative way to make my way forward.
Ja. Das ist ja der Wahnsinn, wir sind ja basically die ganze Zeit low.
I wondered if I was ever going to find the front of that train, or the bastard I was after. Right about then, I was attacked by some asshole on a Gatling gun.
Yeah, seems like you run into a lot of them.
Asshole?
Gatling guns.
Yes, I did. Now, I don't remember how I took it out. It was either a bullet or dynamite.
Where would you find dynamite?
Does it really matter, Jack? You're messing with the flow of the story here.
Bra. Ich verstehe gar nicht, warum ich momentan immer Instant-Hit bin, oder? Ist ja insane, wie schnell ich drauf gehe. Da wenigstens das Geheimnis eingesteckt. Okay, man muss aufhören. Bro. Ach komm. Wachladen, oder?
You can't fight dead, gang!
Was er jetzt eigentlich macht? Ich versuche schon taktisch gut zu spielen, ja. Digga, eine Kugel und ich bin schon direkt
I
in
was
Low-Life.
looking for Jim and shooting any son of a bitch stupid enough to get in my way. And that included Jesse James himself.
Warhead confirmed.
There sure were a lot of men determined to die that day.
No. Muni. Okay, dann halt mal rüber.
It was then that Jesse detached the express car from the rest of the damn train.
The fuck, Alter, ich bin das überhaupt nicht gerallt. Ich bin einfach gesprungen in der Hoffnung, dass ich drüber springen kann. Och man. Ich bin auf jeden Fall tot, wenn ich hier lang laufe. Oh
I
mein
could
Gott.
see Jesse waiting for me, fixing to kill me so he could get away with all that money.
Da steht jemand.
You had a showdown with Jesse James?
Of course he didn't. Everybody knows that Jesse was killed by Bob Ford.
Yeah. Jesse went out like John Wesley Hardin. Coward shot him in the back of the head.
Guess it doesn't matter how far you run, does it, Ben? Your past always catches up with you. Yeah, I didn't kill Jesse James. Just wounded him bad enough to convince him to hang up his guns.
What about that Jim fella? What happened to him?
I figure he was up front with a gun to the engineer's head. That bastard slipped away again. I'll tell you how I got him. But first I need to wet my whistle.
Nice. Oh, wenn ich so auf die Uhr gucke, war es das schon wieder mit der Folge. Ha, krass. Dann bis zum nächsten Mal. Hauen Sie rein. Tschüss.